Hey everyone, it's Natch. I'm here doing a 100% guide, making hard games look easy for Farming Simulator 19. First things first, what you're going to want to do is go to mods, and you're going to want to. You're going to get the government subsidy and multi-filling station. Government subsidy will be easy to find. It's in the most downloaded. It should be right at the top. You'll get that. And then for multi-fill station, you're going to want to do L3, show all mods, and then search multi. And then it's going to pop up right over there. And get those going, start downloading those. And then what I suggest doing, if you're new, do all the tutorials. If you are familiar with the game, don't worry about this step. But if you're new, like me, do that. After that, you're gonna do multiplayer. You're gonna create a game to do the 10 million starting point hack. And then from there, you're gonna do career. If you're not sure how to do that multiplayer one, I have a link below to do that. And then here, make sure your mods are active. They should be. If you have done the tutorials and you've done the multiplayer, it should be uploaded by that time. And really what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you or tell you how I feel it effectively will go faster for you. Again, this is for people who aren't very familiar with the game, and really the simulator and trophies are as hard as you make it. There's not a lot of guidance, and it's a little confusing, so I'm here to make it a little bit simpler. So what we're first going to do is we're going to go to the options, and we're going to mess around with the game settings. We're going to set the time scale to 120, economic difficulty to easy, turn traffic off, make sure all these are good. This is all normal stuff. Plant growth, fast, withering, destruction, plowing, lime, and weeds all off. Autosave set to however you want it. Save your game. And then make sure you have hectares on for the area unit. It should be by default, but just in case. And then here's your main map. Shop is going to be your best friend, and that's going to be right here. And you're going to press R3 on it, and then teleport with square. And then from here, you'll see the fruit types and this filters. Keep that in mind. Growth, you see where everything is so far. This is also very important. And then soil composition, where things are, fertilization, that's important. All this other stuff, not so much. Vehicle owners, blah, blah, blah. Finance, not important. Animals, you'll need it later. Contracts, they are important. You're going to want to stick with fertilizing and then worst case cultivating. And you're going to want to look for low area hectares. So, you can see 0.01 there, 1.46 there. You want to stick with the smaller ones. And if you're on Ravenport, it'll be different. Statistics, you can't keep track of everything. All has to be done on the same save too. Do not do this across multiple saves. And then so, taking a look at here, we're going to take a look at the growth. First things first, we're going to actually buy up 14 through 17. We're going to do this just to do the government subsidy. I'm going to show you how to do that here. And really, these lands are just kind of awkward, and so I would just get rid of them. And especially when you get to the animal part, I would actually build up there. So you're going to go over to the barn, go to miscellaneous, government subsidy. And, again, I'm not a pro with Farming Simulator. I'm trying to use the mechanics, and I'm just struggling. But, here I'll just start planning. Just planting these, and you're gonna be getting money. It's gonna be raining cash for you on here. So you'll do that. As you can see, I already got an extra million. And then and now what we're gonna start with is harvesting. So any of that, you're gonna want to buy that up. Anything with harvesting, I find that is the most complicated one to do as far as getting the 100 hectares going. And as you can see, that one just got harvested, so I sell it back. And you'll notice that buying and selling is all it's a fair exchange, even exchange. So, buy and sell constantly. And I'm going to have a link below for all the trucks and equipment I use for each. Here, I'm just going to show a very brief just like go through of what it would look like. So harvesting, get the harvester, I get the harvest equipment. And then, you know, right over here it is. Trying to get in. Got in the wrong way. Can't seem to get in. Enter the vehicle right there, and then, you know, I'm going to attach it, so I'm going to drive around. You know, I'm not very good with these mechanics. You know, again, it was the first time I ever played a farming simulator, so it was very interesting to learn. And, you know, there you go. I have it attached. And then, you know, you got R1 to unfold and fold and lower header and turn on, and, you know, you got switch the tool. You know, you can see I got to unfold the tool. So, you know, I got to go back, switch the tool, unfold. You know, it's a lot of work. Thankfully, you could hire bots to help you, and that's what you're going to utilize. And if you want to see how these harvesting, fertilizing, cultivating, you know, and so forth, you want to see how that goes, I'm going to have a link below to see, so you can see the gameplay footage if you want to look at it, see how it looks in real time. But again, if you've done the tutorials, you'll kind of already have a sense for it, so you should be fine. You know, again, we're just going to be buying land as we need it. Again, I would start with harvesting because it's the most complicated. I know that seems a little daunting, but then everything else will seem a lot easier, and it goes a lot faster. Harvesting will take the most as far as the 100 hectares go. And then you're going to be getting into your animal pens. And then so I'm just going to show you real quick. I'm going to start with cows. I would suggest cows because, again, they're the most complicated to do. And again, I'm on you know, plots 14 through 17, and I'm just going to put 3. And I wouldn't suggest more because, you know, you're just going to be deleting these and putting in other ones because, you know, you'll have the sheep, pigs, and chickens. And then, you know, I'm going to use the multi-filling station, and it has everything. So you're going to be using your trucks and your, I guess, water truck, really. And I'm just going to show you the water truck one real quick, just to kind of get an idea of how it's going to look. And it just makes things so much easier. I mean, if you prefer to do the real simulator and grind it, by all means, go ahead and do it. This is just a very fast and effective way for those who are not familiar and just kind of want to get through this and feel a little intimidated by the, I guess, trophy list and guides out there that kind of really venture on really playing the simulator. This is really just if you want things to be as simple as possible. Again, I mean, this game can be overwhelming because there's just so many ways you can go about doing everything. I mean, and just look at me here. You know, I'm just, you know, I just cannot. Oh man, I mean, I spent so much time on this game, and you know, I did do this, the farming bits legit. I mean, the cows were just a pain. You know, making the mixed rations, as you'll see in a minute, you know, just doing all that, it was, it's a lot. And again, I mean, it's one thing to start on the easier side. You know, like if you're doing the 100 hectares, the fertilizing is probably the easiest. Cultivating probably is right up there too, but fertilizing you can get a lot done a lot quicker. And then with the animal part, chickens are by far the easiest. But you know, when you get to cows, it's, you know, it takes a long time, and it's a lot. And, you know, sheep take forever too, but you know, it's just it's really just your preference. And again, I just prefer to make this guide to show that, you know, it's not that scary of a trophy list. So, you know, as you can see, you just go through and you pick, and it fills up, and then you're gonna fill up the barns. And you can't really see right now because it's nighttime, but I'm going to show you how you go ahead and purchase animals. You're going to notice these plots, these construction plots, and on one of them, you'll be able to buy livestock. And it's going to be a little bit different for each one. I honestly thought it was right there. This is the feeding area. but the to purchase is actually right here. And you're gonna want like 50 each time, and you're just gonna buy them there, and then you'll see them, and yeah, and that's and there you go. And here's the conditions. Don't worry about cleanliness. Water and the total mix ration, you're gonna need that. That's why you need the truck and the water filling. And there you go. Your cleanliness can go down to 0, and the reproduction rate is going to be fine, so don't worry about that. And again, while you're doing the animal stuff, I'd focus on the contracts, focus on the little plots. That's going to make things go so much faster. Again, fertilizing, main priority, then cultivating, and that's pretty much it. Again, all the links below if you want to see real gameplay footage and just kind of a little brief introduction to each trophy. And that's it, everyone. All right, thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one.